Hello, my name is Dorothee Rosen. I'm in Halifax. I'm a goldsmith here, and I'm back here now. But last week I was in the Netherlands, and I thought today I would tell you about that trip and show you a few of the images, if I can manage to make them come on. So I was in the Netherlands really because my husband teaches Kyudo, which is Japanese archery, and we do it as a form of meditation. And thank you, yes, I did have an awesome time. And so I'll show you some pictures. Today is going to be mostly show and tell type of thing, and I'm hoping I can figure this out. So the kind of archery we do is done with Japanese longbows, traditional bamboo Japanese longbows like this. This is a little video of people releasing their arrow. And there's very much a prescribed series of movements that take place. Okay, I have to go there each time. And we actually also did a international friendship reisha is what we called it, which is a more ceremonial way of doing Kyudo archery. And there were, I believe, 11 nations represented. We all shot together and came up with this. The person who was running the program came up with this way of having all of us be on the shooting platform at the same time, which is quite challenging. And if you look closely, I'm sorry, this is not going quite as fast as I'd hoped. I'm in the middle there, representing Canada. So this was in support of Ukraine and really for to kind of send an international good wish in that direction. And so that's the main reason why we went to the Netherlands. But of course the Netherlands has quite a bit to offer. I learned a lot about bridges. This was my favorite bridge. So we were on Gouda, which you might know as Gouda, like the cheese, which comes from there. And Gouda lies 7 meters below the sea level. If you read my newsletter, you will have already read about this last week. So we were led through the canals because there's so many canals there, because of course it's below water. So, and in order to get through with the boats, all the bridges have to open, and each bridge opens in a different way. This was my favorite bridge by far. I just thought it was really smart how you can see the woman cranking that thing, and that's one person can manually by hand turn that bridge, which I just thought was amazing. And then there are other ones that open like this, for example. So that's also fun, and you can hear maybe the boat was very old. He's a captain. You can see the people waiting, so they have to wait, all the people in their bicycles. The ladies elegantly dressed with full makeup, these ladies on their bicycles. It was really quite something. So yeah, we went through the canals around Gouda. There's a canal that actually goes all the way around, and had quite a fabulous time. Sorry, it's a little tedious here. Of course, here's another bridge. They're all a little different. And I was thinking about how many engineers there must be in that place. This one opened like this, and I'm in the wrong place. And then of course, let's see, do we have another bridge? I think I already showed you this one. Yeah. And then these super narrow houses, of course. So they are, the taxes go by the width of the house, so that's why a lot of the houses are very narrow there, but they're oftentimes very deep. And I had another one, I liked this one also. And what else did I learn? that there are, windmills just randomly. This is a little alley, and this windmill in the distance. This was on my daily walk to go get groceries. This alley, so I really quite enjoyed that. And the windmills were originally there to pump the water out, and then of course also to create electricity. Did I already show you this one? Yes, I did. And I showed you the archery. So then we went to visit the house ship. You see this ship here in front of the building. And this is not a houseboat, because a houseboat is flat and really permanent. It stays. It's on a cement platform. This is a ship, and that means it can sail. It's a fully functioning ship, and our host and friend Martine lives on this ship. And I wrote about this in the newsletter, and people were quite taken with that. Martine has lived there for 30 years, and it's very beautiful inside. Here she is kind of giving us a little tour. Martine is also the person in the last week. She performed a ceremonial shooting of the archery that was very beautiful, and I just did that live because it just happened to line up with the timing of the live. So that's Martine in her ship where she lives, which is just really so cool and kind of something to, imagine. I thought it was pretty cool, and it's very beautiful in there. So she is, this is very different from a ship that, we would sail on here. This thing is huge. It was a cargo ship. So it has quite a lot of room. Look at this beautiful wood stove in there. Actually, it's a coal stove. And what else can I show you about her? Yeah, this is I already did that one. It's a little hard to manage this whole thing, but I'm trying to give you the best view of this. So this is the other side of her ship. You can see this huge rudder that somebody's standing right there, and that's where she lives. How cool is that? She's a very inspiring person altogether. And then I just wanted to mention briefly, I went to a museum in Gouda, which had really amazing ceramics. I was just blown away by these. Look at this collection. It's just incredible. They are also famous for ceramics. And I was really amazed by this collection in the Gouda Museum. Yes, some more. I get into stuff like that. I have a minor in art history. I get really excited by being able to see this level of collection. And the other thing Gouda is known for is its... they're known for making candles, and as such, they had an exhibition about the use of candlelight in art. This is a Rembrandt that was borrowed from the Rijksmuseum. I think that's in Amsterdam, and we got to go up close to this and even take pictures, which was really interesting. And again, this morning I put in my newsletter a photo of, we're allowed to take photos in there, a photo of somebody taking a photo of that same thing. That was like light within light, within the depiction of light. I thought that was really interesting. And there were also, of course, it was a really amazing exhibition, and I'll just show you one more from that. This use of when you went really close to that particular painting, the reason you can see the pearl on her earring, or the little reflection in the other earring that's dangled behind her, is there's the tiniest little dot of white on there, and I'm just I'm not a painter, and I found that really amazing that this tiny little bit of white paint would give such life to that. And really, that's the whole exhibition was about light, the use of candle light in painting and I was very amazed by that. And then lastly, a bit of a darker part of this trip, I was noticing these brass plaques on the sidewalks, and on closer inspection found out that they carry the names of Jews who used to live in those places, in those houses. So they were in front of the houses where people had been taken away for their faith and race and other things, actually. And it was very touching. Of course, I have Jewish family, and I'm German, and it was really that was really very that went deep. I thought that was a really good way of bringing awareness again and again every time you walk by. So that's it. I'm going to leave you with that. I also went, the previous week, I was in Germany, in the north of Germany, not where I'm from, but in the north of Germany, and I have more to tell about that, which I might. And then I just wanted to show you these amazing flowers that my daughter Emma sent me, because it was my birthday on Friday. And I just love them. They're definitely my colors. They even match the painting behind me. So thank you, Emma. And thank you all for watching. And I hope you have a great Sunday. I'll talk to you maybe next week. I'm not sure I can come next week. We'll see. Take good care. Thanks so much. Bye.